everyone. Today my team and I will be explaining about is electric vehicles a panacea to climate change. But before that, hi, my name is Muhammad Lukman bin Amnuddin. My matrix number is 2300267/3. So today, I'm excited to introduce a topic that's at the forefront of both technological innovation and environmental sustainability, which is electric vehicles or EVs. As the world faces increasing challenges due to climate change, the shift toward cleaner and more efficient forms of transportation has never been more crucial. But have you ever asked yourself, why does this matter? EVs are not just a solution to reduce emission, they are a key player in achieving Sustainable Development Goal 7, which aims to ensure access to affordable, reliable, and clean energy for all. By driving the transition from fossil fuels to renewable energy, EVs help decarbonize the transport sector, improve energy efficiency, and promote the use of sustainable energy sources. Over the next few minutes, my team and I will explore how electric vehicles are transforming the way we think about transportation and how they are directly contributing to a greener, cleaner future that aligns with the global sustainability goals. Without further ado, let's dive in.
And now, I will do a comparison between three countries as stated in the slide, which are Norway, China, and United States of America in terms of electric vehicle sales. Firstly, Norway is currently leading globally among other countries in the market for EVs. Within 12 years, Norway growing sales from less than 1% to 80% from 2010 to 2023. In 2023, the share of new cars sold are 93%. Moving on to the second country is China. We know China as the biggest car market for EVs. This is because China has a strong domestic EV industry. The share of new cars sold are about 38% in 2023. The third country is the United States of America. The US has the least EV sales among Norway and China. Moreover, the United States is one of the biggest car market that have lower EV sales but has increasing rapidly over years. The adoption is still in the early stage compared to Norway and China. The share of the new cars sold in 2023 are 10%. This is the graph of share of new cars that are electric of Norway, China, and United States. The phrase share of new cars that are electric refers to the percentage of new vehicles sold in a specific period that are EVs. The dark blue line represents Norway, the sky blue line represents China, and the orange line represents the US. Based on the graph, Norway has the highest number of share of new cars, followed by China, then lastly the US.
Moving on to the following slide, I'll be furthering my elaboration on why EV consumers are increasing. The world of transportation is undergoing a seismic shift, and at the forefront of this revolution are electric vehicles. But why are more and more people choosing to go electric? To understand that, the answer lies in these following factors. Firstly, government policies are a major driver of EV adoption. Many countries are implementing policies to incentivize EV purchases. These policies can make EVs more affordable for consumers, which can lead to an increase in EV sales. For example, subsidies can lower the upfront cost of purchasing an EV, while tax breaks can reduce the cost of ownership. Additionally, government investment in charging infrastructure can help to address range anxiety, which is a major concern for potential EV buyers. In addition, energy accessibility is also another factor that influences EV adoption. Growing availability of charging stations makes it easier for EV users to access reliable energy on the go. Supportive policies and infrastructure also ensure that EVs remain cost competitive and convenient for consumers. Additionally, the integration of renewable energy into the grid is a game changer. It provides a cleaner and potentially more affordable energy for EVs, aligning with environmental goals and attracting eco-conscious buyers. For instance, let's take a look in these two countries where the EV industry is booming.
In Norway, 80% of passenger vehicles sold in 2022 were fully electric. Why? Strong government promotion and policies that heavily tax petrol and diesel vehicles and a well-established charging network made EVs a convenient and cost-effective choice due to its abundant renewable energy resources, particularly hydropower. China has also seen significant success, with 22% of passenger vehicle sales in 2022 being electric. Industrial promotion policies and a massive investment in public chargers have been game changers there. Besides, China's EV share is currently double the global average, making them having the most EV consumers in the world.
I will focus on whether EVs are better than conventional cars in terms of carbon emissions. EVs compensate for their manufacturing emissions by producing zero tailpipe emissions during use. Over the entire life cycle, EVs emit up to 43% fewer greenhouse gases than conventional cars, even with current electricity grids. EVs also have an advantage because they eliminate tailpipe emissions entirely, produce fewer life cycle emissions, and perform even better in regions with renewable dominant electricity grids. Let's examine the graph comparing life cycle GHG emissions for conventional cars and the 2019 Nissan Leaf and EV. Conventional cars, shown on the left, have significantly higher emissions due to fuel combustion. In contrast, the Nissan Leaf demonstrates lower emissions across all regions even when accounting for battery production and charging. Regions with cleaner grids, like Norway, achieve the greatest reductions in emissions, demonstrating how grid cleanliness improves EV performance. As electricity grids transition to renewables, EVs will have an even smaller carbon footprint. This highlights their importance in reducing emissions and combating climate change.
First glance, EVs seems like the perfect solution to our environmental challenges as they produce zero tailpipe emissions and can significantly reduce air pollution. However, while no greenhouse gas emissions directly come from EVs, they run on electricity that is in large part still produced from fossil fuels in many parts of the world. Energy is also used to manufacture the vehicle and, in particular, the battery. Battery life cycle emissions refer to the total greenhouse gas emissions like carbon dioxide, methane, and etc. associated with the entire lifespan of a battery. This includes everything from raw material extraction and processing, battery manufacturing, battery use, and battery end of life. Based on the research, around half of the emissions from battery production come from the electricity used in manufacturing and assembling the battery. Okay, let's take a look at the graph shown here. We can see that Asia in light blue color is higher than any other regions such as Europe and US. Manufacturing emission estimates are generally higher in Asia than in Europe or the US, reflecting the widespread use of coal for electricity generation in the region. Studies that directly compared batteries manufactured in Asia to those in the US or Europe found life cycle emissions around 20% lower outside of Asia. We believe that EV adoption must be paired with systemic changes. This includes decarbonizing electricity grids, improving battery recycling technologies, and investing in public transportation. Without these measures, EVs alone won't be enough to address the scale of the climate crisis.
As all my friends just uncover all the advantages and downsides of EVs, we need to take swift and radical changes to assure that EVs could be a panacea to climate change. We can conclude that EVs are relevant and necessary in the fight against climate change, but decarbonization is a must. By combining EV adoption with clean energy and sustainable practices, we can drive towards a greener, more sustainable future. EVs offer a promising pathway to reducing greenhouse gas emissions, aligning with SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. In order to achieve SDG 7, it is crucial for EV manufacturers to decarbonizing electricity generation for charging purposes. Improving EVs batteries, technologies, and manufacturing is non-negotiable. But this solution could not be achieved without policy support and global cooperation such as incentives for EV adoption and phasing out fossil fuel subsidies. Now, you may ask, is this possible? Our answer is yes. Countries like Norway, China, and the USA shows a significant reduction in carbon dioxide emissions from fuel combustion per total electricity output through EV adoption with cleaner electricity grids. Takes Norway as a prime example, Malaysia also has the potential to be the best in driving positive change. In conclusion, prioritizing greener production methods for EVs is essential for making EVs a true panacea to climate change and advancing SDG 7 objectives. Now that's all from us now. Thank you. Bye.